Signature challenges from both Dwayne Wade and Candace Parker.
And for the first time ever, Candace Parker is available in my team.
Both of my hands, they stay inviting me over. They say they got, I get there and then it's just them.
Got verse from the boy and they leak it. You and say use instead. Everything good when you live in the hills. Got chef and made for a bed. Can you imagine they seen? I went from the Roy to South 20 dreams. The bridge got burned and shattered. I'm climbing, I don't need a ladder. New year, it's a new chapter. Got snap it, I didn't even snap her. She on the out of anger. Back in the days, life was so hard and Pelham in backyards. I didn't even know about Boyard. I just said my new bank card. Remembering days in the courtyard. I came from that gnats. Bugs in the. She wanna spell the facts. Yeah. I can't.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
Welcome everybody to another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for LaMarcus Aldridge.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points.
And nothing to... Good. I am so glad we are teammates, DA. They are a fun team to watch. David, thank you. Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Levine is out there with DeRozan. Then there's Lonzo Ball. And it's Vucevic. And it's Caruso in at the 2. And looking at the Nets, they've got Bembry. Harden out there with Irving. Then there's Edwards. And it's Claxton in at the 7.
And really an incredible playmaker his entire career. Harden has taken that up a notch. And he now often looks for his teammates first.
The Nets shooting their first free throws of this game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Guys, that says a lot about the poise of this team. I mean, they've been so calm, cool, and consistent at the stripe this year. I mean, that's impressive.
And the first one drops. And huge assist totals for Harden, which is also a reflection, Greg, of the talent around him.
And he's played with some of the best finishers in the game throughout his career. What changed starting last year was his mindset, making him all that much more difficult to defend. And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
They get it again. Vucevic, and it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Chicago ball. Shot clock at 5. And there's the pass to Caruso. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile 1 block?
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
And so Edwards will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They beat the Bulls during their last encounter in Chicago.
And the last time these two met, they were able to get a big win because of that bench production. Second unit might be a factor in this one as well.
And you know what? If they run away with this game like they did in that one, I'd expect to see plenty of minutes again for the guys coming off the bench.
Now, here is Irving. He's covered closely. Edwards, a screen on Ball. Harden the pass to Edwards. Vucevic with the block.
Get that weak stuff out of here. You can't come weak like that against Vucevic. He's going to send it back at you.
Irving for 3. Here we are, Clark, at the midway point of the season. Lots of guys banged up. Is it hard to decide for a player when to play through an injury and when to sit?
Yeah, you know, so many factors to consider there, Kevin. I mean, is the injury going to get worse by you trying to play? Is it a matter of pain tolerance and you won't do any additional damage? So that's the delicate dance you're trying to figure out when you're considering playing while not being 100%. The biggest one to me is obviously, is it a long-term impact if you continue to play?
2 on the clock. Irving with a clean look. A three-pointer is right on target.
Always great from deep. I don't think Irving has gotten enough credit for how lethal he is from behind the arc.
DeRozan against Edwards. Picked his pocket, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Vucevic. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Harden the pass to Irving. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Looking at the last game for the Brooklyn Nets, it was a loss to the Cavaliers in Cleveland. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Now when Lonzo Ball entered the league in 2017, Greg, there were major questions about his shooting. And he struggled, of course, during his rookie year.
Yeah, and shooting 30% from deep and under 50% at the line. But credit to Lonzo. He's put major work into his stroke, getting that free throw percentage to over 75% during his 4th year in the league. And his three-point numbers, they've also improved greatly.
Pass to Irving. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Harden, no good.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Levine kicks the ball. And it's DeRozan missing.
It's not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Edwards against DeRozan. Now here's Edwards. Guarded closely. Harden finds Irving. Kicks it out to Harden. Fires for 3. Ball with the rebound. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Here's Vucevic, and slam dunk by Vucevic.
No higher percentage shot than that, guys. You love seeing Vucevic finish at the rim like that. Excellent aggressiveness there.
And a new group in for the Nets. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Griffin comes in for Edwards. Thomas checked in for Irving. Mills in for James Harden. Passes it to Aldridge. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Aldridge has a nice methodical way about his game that makes him extremely reliable down low. He's a smooth operator in the post.
And White slams it in.
Just so fast. I mean, it's like trying to stop a train when he's coming in for the slam.
Here's Mills. 11 points for him in that last game against Cleveland. Thomas deciding where to go with it. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. And it's Patty Mills with the 3.
Boy, there's that hair trigger release on Patty Mills. No hesitation. Catch, shoot, mark it up.
Here's Dosunmu. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is. That's a tough shot.
Back to Mills. Outside Thomas. Pass to Mills. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by McKinney.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Kicks it to White. The pass to Dosunmu. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Bradley sets the pick for Brown. Here's the dish to Bradley. Pass to Dosunmu. Over Thomas. Dosunmu's shot is off.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
We've got 22 seconds left here in the first quarter. Mills can't hit. And Chicago shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. Now, here's Dosunmu. He's guarded by Thomas. Bradley is screen on Thomas. Here's Dosunmu. Tie game in Brooklyn. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. Well, Kyrie Irving at 6'3", one of the most creative finishers in the NBA.
I just go back to being in my backyard.
Oh, it is indeed the English, the angles. He is a magician out there, Greg, with the ball in his hand.
And his godfather, Rod Strickland, another New York point guard legend who was known for his improvisational finishes. Kyrie had it from the soil.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at the next performance here, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
And, you know, when the bench is playing such a big role early, that certainly allows the starters to stay fresh throughout the game.
So the Bulls 5 right now. Vucevic is out there with DeRozan. Then it's Zach LaVine. Then there's Lonzo Ball. And it's Caruso in at the shooting guard position. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Brooklyn Nets are creating a fresh legacy. Kevin Durant says it's new energy. We're one of the first teams in Nets history where fans are expecting us to do good things. The basketball culture is deep in Brooklyn, and they're looking for a team to latch on to. Well, guys, it looks like they found a good one.
I agree, David. Thanks. One of the things that separates DeRozan from other two guards is back to the basket game.
Well said, Kevin, and you're right. I mean, he says every time I shoot a turnaround, I feel like nobody can get to it. He's got excellent footwork. He can really get off the floor. And it's a classic move that made guys like Bernard King a real problem to guard. And I speak from experience on that, folks. King was lethal scoring the ball. How about this, fellas? I mean, DeRozan's aerial skills, his bounce, obvious from a very young age. His first dunk came when he was in the 6th grade, and he won the dunk contest at the high school All-American game. Major bounce.
Here's Caruso. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. The Nets with the lead. Now, here is Harden. He's coming off a 22-point game against Cleveland.
And it was not a one-man show. That was the best part. He had just as good a game with his passing as he did with his scoring.
You know, as a distributor and dime dropper, Harden has really got a nice eye for how to get teammates shots. And does a really good job setting up a shooter.
LaVine, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Kevin, you tend to forget this about LaVine. I mean, he's still so young. You feel like he's been in the league forever.
And he makes the first. You know, Greg, I was just thinking about Zach LaVine and his age. He's just now in his mid to late 20s.
And he's grown so much since that rookie year. Excited to see what numbers he can put up as he gets ready to enter into his prime.
And so LaVine nails both of them.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. And we know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
Irving finds Harden. Here he goes. And the jam by Harden.
Phenomenal work from Harden. The second he sees a lane open up, he attacks.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Ball dishes to LaVine. Back to Ball. And again, Chicago. No good. And it's Harden with the ball for Brooklyn. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Right side, Irving shoots the 3. That one doesn't go. Bulls trail by 4. Shot from 16. And again, Chicago. No good. For the Nets, they come into this one following a loss to Cleveland.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
Back to Harden. Shoots it up. Chicago grabs the miss. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
Well, they made a few key shots, but missed many more. It was a rough night for them offensively.
And you know what? If you're not going to outwork your opposition, then you typically are going to get outplayed.
Outside Irving. 5 on the clock. Harden outside. Lets it go with the 3. Rebounded by Vucevic.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Levine finds ball. Back to Levine. Over Harden. Millsap grabs the miss. Millsap's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Harden the pass to Irving. There's 1:38 left to play here in the second quarter. Millsap in the corner. Drills it from outside. Millsap's got the lead up to 7 now for the Nets. Now with guys like Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic, we've seen part of the resurgence of the center position in the NBA.
Yeah, how about that, Kevin? A little bit of back to the future, because historically centers were the go-to guys on title teams when you look at the history of the game. Even though we've shifted to a perimeter game, we've seen the skilled big men have MVP caliber seasons the last several years.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Mills dishes to Thomas. Back to Mills. He kicks to Thomas. Out to the right wing. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
First in shooting percentage. First in three-point field goal percentage. And they're number 2 in team scoring. When they can be aggressive and efficient at the same time, that's when they dominate.
And Greg, that field goal percentage you were talking about, they're the best in the league because of how smart they run their offense. You see nothing but good shots from them. And the shot goes down. White's got his 2nd basket of the night.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
Here's Dosunmu, and he misses the fast break layup.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate and embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second. That's all it took.
Aldridge. It doesn't go for him. And it's Chicago the other way. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Brown. Good on the 13-footer. Brown's got his first points of the night.
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Now here's Thomas. Defense right on him. And here's Mills for 3. Good on the triple. Mills got 6.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And so it's Brooklyn with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what were you all focusing on coming into the game tonight?
Got to come out with a intense focus and intensity that other teams can't match. Just doing whatever it takes to keep our tempo. Guys are in a great rhythm when we have a great tempo. So just trying to get everybody involved and do whatever it takes to win.
Well, we'll see if you can keep playing at your pace in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Greetings, Shaq, Kenny, and EJ here as we tip off the show with a look at our midseason Eastern Conference standings.
When I look at the Nets, they've been awesome so far this year. That was expected from the good analysts who know what they're talking about. We've got one on this panel, and it's called Shaq O'Neal. You don't know about the other two.
And now back to that first half. As for the job Kyrie Irving did, pretty astounding stuff. And that's our halftime show, thanks to the Big Diesel.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. They trail by 6. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That game is the first and last of their homestand. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Edwards is out there with Bembry. Then there's Irving. Then it's Harden. And it's Claxton in at the center, locking down the middle. And Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile one block.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Harden against Ball. Harden scanning the floor. And he drives in.
And Vucevic is really good at using his quick hands on defense, not making anything easy for scores.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch. And the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Edwards kicks to Bembry. Ball against Harden. Shoots over Ball. That one a little long. Chicago trailing here. With the drive. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. And a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Clark in evaluating Alex Caruso. What a gritty player. Does all the little things that make such a difference in the game.
Kevin, I'm actually surprised at how well he's done as an NBA player. I covered him in college, and I loved him. Liked his work ethic, his size, but I didn't see him becoming what he's become. And it's a credit to his work ethic and to his basketball instincts.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing too far.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
They set the pick. Harden with it. Now guarded by Vucevic. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball.
It's stolen by Vucevic. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving.
It's his third personal.
And that'll be his third foul so far. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Here's DeRozan. And the Bulls with another miss. The Nets have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Outside Irving. Now Harden. 6 points for him. Back to Irving. They could use a bucket. Vucevic with the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
There's LaVine. And the Bulls with another miss. Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Harden the pass to Edwards. Vucevic against Irving. Kicks it out to Harden. Stolen by Ball. It's tipped. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Alder.
Thank you for the baton, Kevin. Kyrie Irving, of course, marches to the beat of his own drum. At times, that might rub people the wrong way. But Kyrie says, I've learned lessons from it. That's the most beautiful and exciting part. Just to grow. What I'm saying is, it's always been bigger than the game for me. And guys, we have to respect his willingness to go it alone.
You do indeed, D.A. Thank you for that portrait. Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Griffin comes in for Edwards. Thomas checked in for Kyrie Irving. And it's Mills in for James Harden. The three from Mills. DeMar DeRozan grabs the board. DeRozan's got 4 rebounds in this game. Ball kicks to Levine. Takes the 13-footer. Brooklyn with the rebound. A 3-point spread on the scoreboard. Here's Griffin. Lays it up and banks it in. Griffin's got his first basket of the night.
And how about Griffin continuing to own the paint? A fantastic power forward with good touch from there.
Ball from long range. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Outside Thomas. Back to Mills. Passes it to Thomas. Here's Mills. 6 to shoot. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Thomas got 3 assists tonight.
Well, you see the competitive spirit of Mills. You knock down the shot on his team, he's coming for the payback.
Bradley deciding where to go with it. There's the pick. Here's Ball. Can't hit the step-back jump shot.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
Thomas against White. Back to Mills. Pass to Thomas. The pass to Mills for the lead. Rebound collected by Levine.
That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
Outside, Ball. Pass to DeRozan. Bradley sets the pick for DeRozan. Feeds to Bradley. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
DeRozan sizing up the situation and making the right read. That's basketball savvy. We call that hoops sense.
16 seconds left in the third quarter. Now here's Mills. White covering. Irving from long range. 1 second left. No good on the shot. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. It's the Bulls as they end the third quarter on a 15-5 run. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth.
Your Brooklyn Nets.
And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. So the Bulls 5 right now. They've got Dosunmu. Vucevic is out there with Brown. And it's McKinney in at the 4 slot. Chicago leading by 4. Here's Caruso. And that one is hammered home.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that note.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it. And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him, trying to shut the door on this one.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Edwards with the block. Brown the pass to Vucevic. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Shot clock at 6. Tries again. And it's Brown missing. Nets trail by 6. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. This is it to Claxton. Back to Irving, beyond the arc. Rebound by the Bulls. Vucevic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Caruso. Oh!
My goodness.
Timeout, Brooklyn.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Aldridge is checked in. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks. During the break, this was what was going on in Steve Nash's huddle. He's not happy with what he says are late rotations defensively against their three-point shooters. And then at the offensive end, he wants his guys to get their own shots within the rhythm and flow of the offense. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Here's Levine, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Harden against Ball. Now here's Harden. D right on him. Pass to Irving to stop the drought. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Vucevic has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. DeRozan's shot is good.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for Brooklyn. They have yet to put up any points here in the 4th. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. 6 on the shot clock. The 3 from Harden. Levine with the rebound. Levine's got rebound number 5 here tonight. To the inside. DeRozan. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
DeRozan is deceptive in his height and quickness, so I think it makes him hard to guard, especially from this area.
First free throw is good.
And at times, it just feels like DeRozan is still underappreciated. Receives a lot of criticism for what he doesn't do and not enough credit for what he does.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. DeAndre Bembry comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. It's Mills in for James Harden. And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Lonzo Ball.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had it open, he's taken it.
Their losing streak had gotten to the point where anybody had to put his foot down. And even though there were other more probable candidates, he's been the one to take over that leadership role. Levine finds Vucevic. It's stolen.
This is a clinic. They have absolutely owned this game, still keeping the pressure up with their D.
Now the pass to Bembry to the left wing. Now here's Mills. He's covered by Ball. On the wing, Irving to stop the run. That shot, no good. Now Chicago takes it the other way. And DeRozan's talked about using negative press to his advantage.
You know, he said you have to be able to take criticism if you want to be great. Use the negative energy to become something more than you thought you could be.
DeRozan passes to Vucevic. Caruso kicks to Vucevic. Got a piece of it. And he recovers it. Sinks the triple.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Bulls.
2 great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins. Bulls.
And not only are they on their way to winning this game, this also gives them a win in the season series.
Yeah, I don't think we can overstate how significant that was for them today. I mean, beating a conference opponent 3 out of 4 times, that's no easy feat.
And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Lonzo Ball.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And here's Mills. Outside Edwards. There's the drive. The kick out to Irving. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by court. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And we'll...